Number three people usually are very knowledgeable people, very intelligent, and they seem to have information on, they're curious to know about things, on everything that is happening around them. They're very loving. As I said, they love to share. So it's a beautiful number. Hi, this is Kanika. I'd like to speak about number three today. I've made two videos earlier on number one and number two. This is the third on number three. Number three is a number which is associated with the planet Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is supposedly the largest planet in the solar system. So, it is known for expansion. It's known for its being big in size, and you could say it's about almost 100 times larger than the Earth, the planet Earth. So, in the same way, as I had said earlier, that whatever trait or whatever characteristics there are of a certain planet, they come in that person who has that number. Now, all people who are born under number 3, number 12, number 21, and number 30, all four of these numbers, they are supposedly the birth numbers of a person who we would say is a number 3. Now, these people, since this number is known for expansion, this number makes these people also become very, very successful, and they expand their trade, their work, whatever they do, a lot in life. They are go-getters. They try to achieve whatever they can in life. This, since Jupiter has a very strong magnetic field, same is this case with people of number 3. They have a very magnetic aura in them, and they naturally attract people towards themselves with their wisdom, with their temperament, with their way of taking life and their humorous nature. They are loved by almost everybody because they make their place. They're very popular, they're known everywhere, they make their place everywhere. Wherever they go, they are very well known. The beauty about them is that they talk about the wisdom they know about. They do not talk about just any topic, whether they know about it or not. But if ever they need to talk about something of which they do not have wisdom, they still somehow manage to be able to make conversation on a certain topic, where nobody would ever know that this person doesn't have the entire complete wisdom of that subject that they were talking about. They are very prosperous and very large-hearted. They feel they've come to this world for a social cause, and they love to help people who are in need. Nobody needs to ask them for help. They extend it themselves. You will very often get to see that these people coming in birth number 3, they are connected with NGOs or social work, or some activity where you're doing some good for the society. So these people have this natural trait in them that they love to be around for people whenever needed. Now, Jupiter is also in Hindi known as the Guru planet. So that means it's a planet of knowledge. Number 3 people usually are very knowledgeable people, very intelligent, and they seem to have information on, they're curious to know about things, on everything that is happening around them. They're very loving. As I said, they love to share. So it's a beautiful number. This number has so much of magnetic field in it that it naturally attracts people towards itself. Any person with a number 3, birth number 3, will be very, very popular. And they know how to keep everybody happy. That's a very good trait in them. Since Jupiter is a number of expansion and it's considered the largest planet in the solar system, in the same way, if we associate it with the human body, as Jupiter is large, so people usually who come under the number 3 or whose birth number is 3, they tend to gain a lot of weight. Not all, but you could say about 70-80% usually do gain weight a lot because they love to eat and they have a tendency to gain weight, whether it is after the age of 35, 40, but they do know that they will gain weight and they do start gaining weight. It may fluctuate up and down, they may go for their workouts and all that, but yes, they are aware of the fact the weight is going up. But they are not aware of this fact that because they are a number 3, their weight is going up. This is information which a numerologist would be able to tell that person about a person why he's gaining so much of weight. And very often we numerologists ask a person, are you a number 3? And very often you get to hear yes. Because before time, when they have suddenly gained a lot of weight, it is noticed, and 3 has a tendency to gain weight. Number 3, being a birth number, has one more very good advantage. It's a very protective number. It is known for people who have this number that this number protects them from various things that could occur with them. So, in fact, when I go further, when we talk about the numbers in detail, number-wise, certain things that every number gives you benefit, I will tell you a few more things that where you can use number 3 as a remedy in your lives. Now, there are many people, they have a lot of followers. There are many people who love to come to these people and take consultation from them regarding anything that could be bothering them, or if they feel that number 3 people have more experience. And whether that person is talkative or not talkative, irrespective of the fact, people come to this number 3 people and they come to take suggestions, they come to discuss things, issues with them, to be sure that they're moving on the right path. And so they do have the wisdom and knowledge to help people in situations where they feel that they are stuck in a situation. All numbers that come on a number 3. And they have certain traits in them which you could say are very aspiring. I mean, they have a lot of aspirations and they are go-getters. They try to reach out far in life. Like, they have far-sightedness. They want to expand. They believe in thinking big. Very optimistic also about the fact that yes, they will do well in life. They're very authoritative. Now, their administration skills are good, but if they get fame or name or money, they like to control situations and be on the topmost level of everybody. If they are in the house also with their family, they like to take control of the house and keep a check on how things are functioning in the house. So they have this trait also, which at times is very good, but at times can go against them also, because then they don't know where to draw the line when it becomes authoritativeness and when it becomes suddenly you're trying to push a person to a corner. So that is one thing they have to be careful of. They, in a very young age, set benchmarks which are very high. They could be very young, very childish, when they were children also. They always had set a very high benchmark for achieving life. So it's not that they suddenly, when they grow up, they want to become something. They have it from childhood that yes, we have to become something big in life. And they think big, they imagine big, they behave big, they like to live in the best situations and the best comforts that they can. And as I said, they get a lot of respect and appreciation from people because people admire them for what their temperaments and their knowledge also. So that is a very big thing that goes in their favor. They like to work, but for themselves. So you'll very seldom find a number three working under somebody. He would like to be his own master. So if anybody is working, is doing business or anything, preferably he'll be doing his own, where he doesn't have to answer to anybody, where he has the position of taking control. So this is also one thing that makes these people stand out, because they have that quality in them also. That one thing is being dominating and being authoritative or being bossy, but being able to control situations and look after situations and sort out matters and take things in their hands and handle them is also a very big art, which very few people have, and number three people have that art. Like the planet Jupiter, you'll usually observe that people who are a number three have broad structures. Maybe the frame of the face would be slightly wide, or wide shoulders, and very noticeable personalities. Their personalities are the kind that appeal to people, and even if they are obese, even if they have a tendency to gain weight, they will stand out. They will have an aura which they will attract people, irrespective of the fact that what they are doing, how they look. They may not have information on anything. There are times you can't know everything. I mean, every person doesn't know everything. But yet, they will try to acquire that knowledge if they do not have it. And the beauty is that you don't even come to know when they do it. I mean, you will never see them do it, but they would have done it. And one fine day you come to know when they're discussing that thing that person knows it all. Their base is very strong. Again, I said it's associated with the planet Jupiter. They're very sure on the fact that they can't be shaken so easily. And of course, very loving. Make very good parents. Very good parents. Number two, though, I said they procrastinate and they may get laid back, or they may not pursue a certain thing that they have wanted to pursue or execute. But these people, if a task is given to them, they will try to accomplish that task and finish it. And the wonderful thing about these people is that they seem to know it all. And they don't harp about it. And in spite of doing a thing for the first time, it'll seem as though they've done this before. So this is a very special quality in number three. See, every number has, of course, a few good and bad traits, but there are certain numbers which naturally come with a lot of aura and a lot to do, give, take in life. So they are one of those. They are very intellectual also, very intelligent. They have very good sense of awareness. They know their whereabouts very well. As I said before, they like to feel as though they're the head of the family and take charge, which they do a lot of justice to also if they take responsibility. They are peace lovers. They usually do not like to mess around with people, but otherwise very, very daring. They can go to any level if they have to go for the security of their family, or to fight for anybody else's rights. That is also a very good trait in them. Confident, of course, they are, and the nice thing about their expressions, their facial, their body language, you could say, or their facial expressions are that they don't have an authoritative look on their face, but they have a very composed and very confident look. They are sure that we are easygoing people, and people can gel with us and we can gel with them. They give that message whenever they're interacting with anybody. And people love to have them around. They are center of attraction in our party because they love to talk, most of them. Now, the difference between number 1 and number 3 out here is that number 1, as I said about administrative skills, number 1 people like to do leadership or to be on a position, whether it's politics or anything, and they try to achieve it. Number 3 do not want to achieve it. They are naturally. They don't have to work towards it. They naturally are like that it is in them, that they like to take charge of things around them. And they are very religious minded, but they believe more in scientific spiritualism, which means that they are religious, but they believe in their religion more when they will try to find out about it in scientific terms. Then they seem to follow it more. But it's not that they are atheists or anything. They are staunch believers of religion, whichever religion they come from. But then they go into and look into the other side of it also, that how is this thing connected with science? So their science spirituality holds and places a very important part in their lives. So that is a side of them that makes them also responsible. In their early years, of course, before like 33, 35, till then, most of them usually do not achieve the aims that they have in life, where they want to reach, because money, making good money and doing good business is a very, very expectation of theirs since childhood, that they want to make it big. So they, along with that, then if they want to make it big, then they want to take charge of everything. And they do feel very strongly if somebody is doing something for them. What I mean to say is that they at times, circumstances are such that they have to maybe take help from somebody or thing, but they don't like it. So telling you about the beautiful sides of number 3, I think now I should tell you more beautiful things about number 3 in my next video. This one, I've spoken quite a bit. I'm not a number 3, but still, a number 3 is a very good number. And I shall continue in the next number 3 video more about their traits, their drawbacks, their health issues, everything. So, thank you for today.